tiny taste of what my PC does on all games. So for me, the PS4 really isn't anything amazing. But like I said, I'm still getting it because of the exclusives.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I can't play Killzone on my PC, so I will have to get a PS4. But it's not going to be the big, oh wow, oh my god kind of thing that it's going to be for him.
And the fact
I mean, to him it'll be a whole
shooters.
new definition of gaming. You know, playing at 1080p, 60 frames per second on Killzone is going to be like, Christ almighty, what have I been missing?
I just don't see how you can't just enjoy playing first-person shooters, you know?
I do enjoy first-person shooters.
Yeah, the storyline.
I do. I don't get you, man. I've just said I do.
Yeah, I know, but do you like going online and just destroying people for hours and hours on end?
No, not at all, mate.
Exactly. I just don't see how you don't find that fun.
Not even slightly. I find it the most boring, repetitive thing, but I'm not getting anything for it. WoW is exactly the same. I can sit here and grind silk cloth, but I've got something out of it at the end of the day. Excuse me, in terms of my character advancement.
Once you
Do you
get
know what I mean?
first-person shooters.
Whereas Call of Duty, what does it give me?
New weapons, new
Yeah,
equipment.
exactly. A slightly reskinned weapon, or yeah, in other words, fuck all, mate.
No, you advance through
I've had
levels
this,
like
brother.
you do
You're
at
never
work.
going to win this one with me, mate. You will not convince me. I've had this conversation with brother about FIFA and Call of Duty every year.
Well, I can understand
Every
FIFA, 'cause it's just a
single year.
reskin game with a few new adjustments.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
But Call of Duty is completely different every year.
But it might be a different story, mate. But it's still the same perks, the same guns, the same
But it's not.
mechanics.
They bring out new
Yes,
stuff
it
every year.
is.
Do you think, because you don't play them, you don't know. So you really can't comment on this, because you don't
I can happily comment on it, mate. I sit there regularly watching them play it. There's nothing different. The only thing that Call of Duty
you
has
just
got
don't
going
know.
for it is the fact that it runs at 60 frames per second on a console.
Well, you
That
don't play it, dude, so you
I can
can't
give them
comment
credit
on it.
for. I would never. I mean, you're the one there who's toting that you should buy Call of Duty for the single player. I mean, that
Yeah,
in
but I love
itself.
online. I love online as well. It's not going to be just buy it for the single player.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
enjoy the
I'm not
single player.
ever going to buy Call of Duty for a single player unless it was like 10 quid. Do you know what I mean? I'd quite happily buy it there. That's what I did with Medal of Honor. I got that on PC for, I don't know, something crazy on a Steam sale or something. You still had to buy the hard copy though.
The enjoyment of going around ruining people's days.
Yeah, well, I think that's the problem, mate. I think that is part of the issue. Is that
Yeah, everyone has ruined your day.
well, it's not that. It's just that.
Yeah, you get your ass kicked
Well,
playing against most of the people I used to play with.
Wow, you can say that, mate. You, whatever. That's not my point. My point being is that the game attracts so many fucking kids.
Oh yeah.
And it's all I ever hear on Xbox Live is my brothers moaning about, oh god, let's get out, let's get in party chat, you know what I mean? Oh god almighty, and everything's an F-bomb and racial slander and everyone's a homosexual, and if I wanted to do that, then I'd know exactly what game I'd go and play, and it would be Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, you always get the foreign dude. The only words he knows is motherfucker.
Motherfucker!
And
Motherfucker!
half the time he's saying that I fucked his mum and he doesn't realise. And you're just like, dude, you're literally just ripping the shit out of yourself.
Yeah.
You're just like, you motherfucker, you fucked my mother.
See,
You have
that's
no idea
what
what's
Call of
happening.
Duty is about to me, mate. It's just the most mind-numbingly boring game. And I'll be honest, again, I will not say that
If
other
you're
games
good at
aren't.
it is not boring, trust me. If you're good at it, it's not boring.
No.
'Cause you know
Just
you'll just
not
go
my cup
around.
of tea, man.
'Cause
Not my cup of tea. I don't get any
if you're not good
satisfaction
at the
out
game-
of killing the same fool over and over and over and over and over and over
But
again.
I do, because I know how mad he is sat at home.
I'm sure they're not that upset, mate. Otherwise they'd turn it
No,
off,
you
wouldn't
don't
they, if they
understand
were
how people get
upset.
on Call of Duty. You get messages from people going, you're such a fucking dick, you've got no life, we do play it 24/7.
You've just absolutely sealed everything I thought about Call of Duty in that one sentence, mate. So yeah,
You just don't
exactly.
understand how fun it is to be good at that game. No.
I just
You never will.
couldn't possibly imagine the pointlessness of doing that.
Same guy comes and kills you 3 times in a row, and you just see them leave the game. That's so funny.
And that's funny. That's something that you like, is it?
Yeah, that is hilarious.
So you'd rather
I know,
do that than work
so
together
mad he's had to
in like
turn
a
off his
10-man
PlayStation.
team and take down a boss in WoW to get some loot. That's what you'd rather be doing. Is winding up some 11-year-old kid.
Exactly.
If that's what you like to do, mate, then no one can argue with you. That's just not how or why I play games.
Yeah, well. We'll have to agree to disagree on the Call of Duty front, dude.
Yeah, we'll never play it. Like I said, I will play the single player in the sense of the thing is, I always tend to miss out on the Call of Duty single players because they tend to hold their value very solidly, don't they? Yeah, even like 3-4 months later, they're still at top price. Even a year later, there's very little difference in price.
Because it's such a popular game.
This is it, yeah. I mean, they can do no wrong, can they?
Millions of people that it's not a fun game.
I most definitely can, mate. I most definitely
just because you don't like
will.
it, you can't say it's not a fun game.
I've never said it's not fun.
Stupid.
You see, you're putting words in my mouth there.
No, that's what
I'm saying I don't enjoy Call of Duty, and that is my opinion, and that's why I don't buy it. Kudos to anyone who does enjoy it. It's nice. I mean, tell you what, if I enjoyed a game like that, I'd be absolutely happy as Larry because of the fact, excuse me, it comes out every year. You know, to get like your favourite game having a reskin every single year is awesome.
Yeah.
So, like I said, absolutely.
What is your favourite game, Graham? The game that you've played that's so much just abandoned it for everything else?
Well, I don't, do I, to be honest? I tend to sort of hardcore play games for a short period of time and then move on to something else. I think the game that I enjoyed, in a sense of the community, which is why I like to play the MMOs, which is I'm hoping this guild turns out to be half reasonable, was Lord of the Rings Online. Now that, I met a lot of really cool people playing that game.
Alright, yeah.
But in terms of games that I actually enjoy and always go back
dude,
to,
that game
Diablo 3 is probably the one that I enjoyed in terms of keep having a... it never goes away, Diablo 3. It's always there.
Diablo 2 is so much better, but...
different games, though. They're very different games.
I haven't even played Diablo 3 and I know Diablo 2 would be better.
Nah. Diablo 2 is definitely better in a lot of ways. You can't argue with that. I don't think anybody who's played Diablo 3 would disagree, really, Ben, to be honest. They made some really bad sort of design choices with the nasty tickly cough. With things like the real money auction house. It really took away the whole foundations of what Diablo was all about.
They were just trying so hard to make it its own game, really, weren't they? That they kind of ruined it. The sounds of
it wasn't its own game, mate. They were trying to make too much money out of it, and they succeeded. That's the problem. Is no matter how many people, you'll speak to people that will absolutely slag Diablo 3 off, but every single one of them bought the fucking game. So they're really not too worried, are they? You know what I mean? And every single one of them, I can guarantee every single person that I played Diablo 3 when it first released, who refused to ever touch the game and posted on the forums with nasty vitriol and death threats and all the rest of it, I can guarantee, Ben, everyone, and I mean every single one of them, will come back for the expansion.
Really?
Every one of them, mate. Every one of them. Without a shadow of a doubt. If you think Call of Duty players can get wound up about things, Christ almighty, you should see Diablo 3 players, man.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I would enjoy Call of Duty if it wasn't for that
It's one of those things. If you're not gonna, I don't see how people can enjoy a Call of Duty game if they're crap. You see these guys running around and they just get taken out like they've got 30 deaths and like 5 kills. And I'm like, how can you play this game and enjoy it?
But you're putting your own concept of fun onto someone else, mate. You see, they might not mind
I know,
that.
but I don't understand it. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand how they can enjoy it.
At the end of the day, man, in order for you to have fun as being the best, someone's got to be worse than you, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah,
do you know what I mean?
The noobs are playing. If you haven't got the noobs, and everyone's trying harder. It does take.
But you see, you're sitting there thinking that you're really good, as I'm sure most
so many people
Call of Duty players do.
I haven't.
But you're actually playing against 8-year-olds, dude, whose fingers are only just big enough to reach the bloody thumbsticks.
That's not it, dude. Loads of people, like people over 30, 40 years old playing the game. I met a guy on there before, 55 years old.
Is he any good?
No.
Oh, there you go, then. You're right, folk. How you doing, dude?
Cool little kids. It's really not. There's a lot of how do you describe them?
I'll tell you what always makes me amazed is how some of the young lads, so for example my nephew, seeing him, how he plays Call of Duty, the way he holds the controller is absolutely incredible. He holds it kind of like how I would in the left hand. So the left hand kind of cradles it, but his right hand is kind of clawed up and over the buttons. It's really weird, dude. But oh my god, it means he can like flick across buttons like nobody's business.
Yeah.
When I play it kind of like I suspect is the normal way to play it, obviously not the best, where my hands are kind of perfect mirror images of one another. Whereas his right hand is actually almost palm down.
Wait, I'm going to pick up my
clawed
controller.
Around it. Here's what I did.
I'm going to tell him a lot. I'm going to pick up my controller and pretend that I'm playing Call of Duty.
I'm looking forward to trying out the DualShock 4.
Oh, that's the one thing that's worrying me, dude. If I don't like the sensitivity on the joysticks. When it comes down to Call of Duty, you've got to be so accurate. If I can't get used to the sensitivity on the analog sticks, if they're too stiff.
About that, mate.
If they're too stiff or too loose. Oh no, it's like that's why I can't play on Xbox controllers. The analog sticks are so stiff.
Yeah, there's a very big difference between the sticks on the Xbox and the DualShock 3. No doubt about it. Yeah, doing really well, thanks, Photo. Just having a good chinwag with Ben about some gaming differences that we have.
No, I know what you mean, dude. My right hand is more over the controller than the left. My left hand's quite relaxed, and I'd say my right hand covers most of the buttons, so my thumb can flick.
Yeah, he has. If you can imagine, right? If you took your thumb, and your index finger, they are actually over the buttons.
The index finger?
Yeah.
No,
so he's actually he uses his, if you like, his middle finger on the trigger. It's absolutely amazing, mate. I've seen quite a few YouTube videos of people trying to show you how to do it. It's very clever. And it does give you, obviously it means you've not got to take, how does it work? How would it work? Obviously his thumb is on the analog stick, yeah? I'm just trying to think, I'm just looking at how you'd hold it. So his thumb's obviously on the analog stick. So, oh no, that's not your index finger, is it? Hang on, I'm dying here. Hang on. I'll get my controller, try and walk you through it.
That's how are you supposed to play with your middle finger on the right arm one?
No, hang on, I've probably not said it right in terms of index finger, dude. I've probably confused you.
Middle finger on arm
your thumb is on the analog stick, obviously, yeah?
Yeah.
Your index finger is over the buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah? As is your other one.
Yeah.
And then it's the one next to your pinky, which is on the trigger.
No, that's retarded.
It is. I can't even hold it like that.
I could hit buttons so much faster with my thumb.
No, definitely not. That's the whole point in holding it like that, mate. If he plays any other game, he holds it normally. That's the whole point, mate. That's the way they hold it.
Mate, I've watched so many pro Call of Duty streams and no one holds a controller like that.
Wow.
I'm telling you, dude.
Okay, we'll just have to agree to disagree, mate.
No, because you're wrong on that one, dude. I watched the Call of Duty Championships. No one holds a controller like that.
Oh.
That's just stupid.
All I know is he's very good at it, and I couldn't touch him on it, so...
If you take the max at Call of Duty 5, or just go like 60 and 2, and on a good day you'd be over 80 and 3 or something like that. Those days are just ridiculous. I used to play